How can equity markets be so sure that we're not going to see a lot more of it? I know they're focusing on economic fundamentals, but this was Parliament. This was the U.S. Parliament, and it's usually scenes that we see in third world countries.
Well, again, I think that, the risk assets in particular, which have moved quite a lot higher for some months now, have been doing that because of the combination of extremely supportive policy, both fiscal and monetary policy, and the growing prospects of a recovery from what has been a historically deep recession. And that is not diminished by what we've been seeing in the last 24, 48 hours. If anything, it's been strengthened because we're likely to see more fiscal expansion. We have already negative real rates, not just in the US, but in other parts of the world. And that is driving people into riskier assets like equities, which are pricing forward the potential for this quite strong economic recovery. And I think that really is the main focus of investors at the moment, and rightly should be, as we move out of this historically large economic downturn.
Peter, the world was watching. World leaders were watching. How would China take this? Are we underestimating the possible impact or belligerence of foreign entities that actually see this as an opportunity to either continue with a trade war or try and meddle in U.S. affairs?
Well, look, I can't really comment on the politics, but more on the markets. And I think, again, the transition to administration that's likely to be more engaged in international affairs and to some extent will lessen some of the tensions that we've seen in terms of trade, is helpful to the backdrop for risk assets. And I think that, it's not just the US that's participating in this economic recovery, but Europe as well, where we're also seeing significant easing of policy and the prospects for years of still less than zero interest rates. And we've seen a strong stimulus in China as well. So I think it's that combination of a coordinated global recovery in the economy and with it in profits that's what investors are most focused on. And that's also reflected in the way that you've seen a rotation in the leadership of markets. In other words, a pickup in emerging markets in Europe, which are more levered to global growth, and also more cyclical and value-orientated parts of the market.